Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about the number 6 best tabletop role-playing game Thanks for your patience. Today we're going to talk about the number 6 best brand new tabletop role-playing game released in 2022. So, what is my pick for the sixth best? Right, I already did a video on the top 5. This is the 6th best tabletop role-playing game new released in 2022, and it is the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game. Wait a second, Scott, that's not a fully formed role-playing game. That's a playtest. Wrong. So it does, to your point, right, it does say playtest on the cover, and functionally and technically it is a playtest, but functionally it is not, right? And so here's what I'm going to say. So I bought the Marvel Multiverse playtest, air quotes, tabletop role-playing game. But I'm pushing back, all right? So first of all, if you got, like, Dungeons & Dragons is doing a playtest right now, right? You can't really play their playtest. It's a hack, right? But what I spent $8 and I got a fully formed tabletop role-playing game. It is full color. It is actually spell checked. It is it's full color and it's over 100. It's 150 pages long. It was $8. It's a fully functioning game. It completely functions, right? And frankly, the writing, the layout, and the art is double, triple as good as you will find in any. If you surrounded yourself with every OSR tabletop role playing game and spun around and threw a foam rock at the books, you would hit some, garage band. You would hit some Garage Energy, some book that was created on the weekend by some OSR creator that has horrible black and white art. The layout's not nearly as good, and the writing's not nearly as good, and frankly, not even the rules design is not nearly as good. So what's been happening is we're now in a truly unique space in tabletop role-playing games, and that space it is. I've never seen anything like this. Tabletop role-playing games, because Dungeons & Dragons attracts the most charismatic, confident, intelligent people in the world, they're all earners. They all got money, right? They're just at the macro level, at the 51% level, poor people aren't playing Dungeons & Dragons, right? And the reason why is there's thousands of pages of canon. If you're attracted to thousands of pages of canon to read for because you find it joyful, you ain't going to stay poor long, period. Right, and so I'm firmly convinced that at the macro level, at the 51% level, poor people just don't play Dungeons & Dragons. I just think that's the shape of the world. And what happens for Dungeons & Dragons happens on the TTRPG industry. And so basically, we have reached a point where companies are delivering fully functioning tabletop role-playing games as playtests, right? And so if you spend $8 and you get the playtest book for the Marvel Multiverse, tabletop role-playing game, you are getting an amazing tabletop role-playing game that is fully functioning and fully serviceable. And get this, I'm not one iota convinced that the second that what comes out the other side of the playtest is going to be better. And the reason why is no company in the industry, no one. Yeah, I'm going to say it, right? Okay, I'm the only one who understands tabletop role-playing games now. No one is understanding, right? No companies are understanding, no creators are understanding this. Less is more. Less time to run your game, to run your tabletop role-playing game experience is better. And less pages is better. It's more accessible, right? So I'm convinced that the Marvel Multiverse tabletop role-playing game that I bought and read this year is better than the vast majority of OSR brand new TTRPGs that were created in the same space, even as a playtest. And the playtest part is air quotes. It is not real. If you have printed a 150-page book with functioning rules, great writing, great art, great layout, you've delivered a tabletop role-playing game. And so you can slap the word playtest on it all you want, but the reality is you just sold a tabletop role-playing game, right? If you do 100% of the work to create a tabletop role-playing game, and you want to call it and you want to call it a play test, bully for you. That don't make it a play test. So I am arguing that what I bought this year is a fully functioning, fully valuable, and the 6th best tabletop role-playing game made this year. And I was thrilled to get it, and I highly recommend you get a copy of the playtest. And at $8, I highly recommend you buy 6 versions and run it all through 2023, because the reality is I don't think you need to wait. I really don't think you need to wait at all. It's fully functioning. It's fantastic. And it really, and here's the thing. They're going to add like another 100 pages, which is just going to make it worse and less accessible. And they're going to jack the price up by literally 400 to 500%, right? So I'm telling you, do yourself a favor and just get yourself, do yourself a favor and get the Marvel Multiverse. It is the 6th best tabletop role-playing game released in 2022, in my humble opinion. I'm ready to hear your humble opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.